Happy Friday, everyone. I just wanted to give you an update to my week of drama, right? You guys seen my 25-minute video on, I don't know if it was Monday or Tuesday now. This week's been a blur for me. Super exhausted today. Fridays are really, really exhausting because everything's kind of tying up, for the week. I've been going nonstop. But as far as that home here in Roy, it was yesterday, I believe. It's been MIA. Like, they have been completely checked out. I have had no communication from the agent, no communication from the lender. A whole bunch of us that's involved in this transaction, at least the transaction moving out of state, they've been trying to get an answer as well from the agent, the broker, the lender, the lender's boss, the actual company that the lender works for and represents. I mean, literally, we've all been trying to just get an answer, right? As I said in my video, if it was an issue about cash to close, we could have fixed that pretty quick. And that's where I started to get skeptical that it had anything to do with that. Because I feel that in that situation, if you're a buyer, put your buyer hat on, and you have a seller willing to bridge a gap to get you into the home, wouldn't you jump on that? I mean, 99 out of 100 buyers would just take advantage of that and say, thank you, let's do it. And since we offered and we didn't get any reply, I started to believe it was something else that they just didn't want to disclose. And that they have that right. They don't have to disclose. But at the same time, we've got 4 families that's in limbo waiting for us to figure out what's going to happen. And so that was yesterday, where literally nothing happened. Oh, there's Apple. Just wondered who I'm talking to. And I contacted the agent out of state and both my clients, and I said, guys, I'm sorry. I feel at this point in time, the contract itself expires this weekend, or it's actually on Monday. The contract expired on Monday. But I just said, I don't think it's going to happen. We're at that point now where I have left 3, 4, 5 voicemails a day, text messages, emails, and there's just nothing. It's just complete silence. And so I said, I just don't think it's going to happen. I would plan on, let's get the home relisted. Let's see what you can do for a living situation out of state, and let's just start over. We didn't even want to extend that long because they were already like 10 plus days over our contract date, and they asked us for an extension. Remember, that's when they were talking to us. Like, hey, we just need a little extension. We'll get this done well before the deadline, but just sign this extension and we'll be good. And they really, in that moment, we didn't really have a choice. Like, we were already, my sellers were already moved out. They're in another state. I mean, at that point, like, okay, we'll believe you that you're going to get this done. As soon as you say. It's supposed to be this Monday, 5 days ago, and it just never happened. And since then, it's been complete silence. Well, this morning comes Friday morning, December 9th. I get a text from the lender that said, we're good to go. We got clear to close, and we're closing and funding today. Seriously? No communication all week. We are literally just rolling up our sleeves and we're ready to go to war, Nothing. And she literally texts me, no, nonchalant, no big deal. We're good to go. We got clear to close. We're funding today, and we're signing at 9 a.m. And I appreciate, I've enjoyed working with you. And I literally didn't even know if I believed it. I'm like, what? How can you go from 5 days of silence and nothing? And once again, the agent still is MIA. There's no response from the agent. And I'll tell you why here in a minute. But I'll be golly. It's a Christmas miracle. It closed, and it funded, and it recorded today, just a couple hours ago. I am so happy for my sellers. I've gained about 5 more gray hairs on this deal. I'll tell you what, this one has been a hard one for me. I try so hard to just make things go smoothly and make it a stress-free experience for people. And I have never felt so helpless and so left in the limbo as I have on this deal. So congrats to my sellers. I'm so happy. And it's a done deal, guys. All the families closed today. And we were the first domino. It was like, this was us. And it just went. And everybody went through. So finally heard from the agent. Let's see, it's 3:45 right now. I heard from the agent at about 2:30. And she said, sorry, she's been in the hospital for a week. Immediately, you get frustration kind of out of the way. And because I've been frustrated, right? We all have. And I feel for her. I mean, at that moment, knowing that she'd been in the hospital, I believe it was for a family member that's not doing well. I feel for her. And I said, I'm so sorry. I hope everything's okay. And you're kind of torn, right? And I just replied to her and I says, look, she said, good job on getting it done and staying on top of things. I'm very happy that it got done. And I just replied to her and I said, thank you for being in touch, letting me know. I apologize that you've been dealing with that. But you really should have had your broker handle this. I understand you're in the hospital for a family member, but you should have sent a 30-second text message that says, hey, broker man or woman. It's actually a man, Mike. I'm MIA. I can't do this right now. I have a family member that's sick. Please call the agent and handle it. That's what should have happened so that we're not sitting around for 5-6 days wondering what in the world's going on. But in the end, everything worked out. Honestly, if I was a betting man, I would have put it on like a 10% chance. Literally 10%. And it funded today, guys. So I just feel like I'm ready to go to bed. Like, it's been so stressful this week and so much just tension and stress that knowing it actually is done now is this weight lifted off my shoulders. And it's so, so exciting that this is finally done. And I know that it's been a war. It didn't go like we wanted to, but everything worked out in the end. So that's the update to this crazy, crazy closing process, and it had a happy ending. So that's all we can ask for. So congrats to my sellers. I really appreciate your patience and understanding. And thank you for, we were on a team. We're on the same team, and we were fighting together to try to find out what to do and how to handle it. And we made it. So that's the latest. I'm so happy that that's the update. I know a lot of you messaged me directly and says, I'm seriously curious how this is going to end up. So please let me know. So there you have it. It's done deal. Happy Friday. Hope you all have a great weekend. And I know I will.